and this is It's So Kitoko, and I'm Sarah, and today I'm going to be unboxing my brand new Babylock Gloria. I've only been waiting for her for about 12 weeks, but she's finally here after I bought her from Karen and Hele from the sewing rooms in Putney at the Knit and Stitch show this year. So, here I go. With compliments from the sewing rooms in Putney. Okay, so in the top of the box we've got our Gloria instruction and reference guide, a whole lot of polystyrene bubbles. It's just a whole lot of information in here for me to be reading this evening, if I'm not playing with all the settings before I read the manual. This here is the quick reference threading guide. So this just talks you through how to thread the machine and for overlocking and for cover stitching. Power table, the tray for the threads at the back of the box. This must be the new lift here. President. A bag of accessories. I'll go through those in a minute and show you what's in there. And the cover stitch table. That's in the first layer. And here she is. Here's Gloria. I'm just going to jump on my chair to get this out. Unpacking the Gloria out of her cardboard box, I thought I'd take this opportunity to share with you all of the accessories that come with her. First of all, you've got the Gloria instruction and reference guidebook. I think that this is going to take some serious reading from me tonight. I just want to sort of show you how detailed this book actually is. As you can see here, it gives you full instructions along with how to thread your machine and photographs of what it is that you're creating and how to do all of the beautiful stitches that you can do on the Babylock Gloria. And then there is also here there is a quick reference threading guide. I think that this is going to be used an awful lot by me at the moment. I am a complete beginner when it comes to such a superior machine as the Babylock Gloria. But if you can see here, for example, if you wanted to do a 6 thread chain stitch, it tells you literally every single setting that you would need and how to do this. So it does seem really, really good. And then in the box you have actually got your very, very standard accessories that you would expect to have. So for example, you've got your power cord and you have got your foot controls. So they're sort of like pretty standard things that you would need there. There is a sewing table for your chain or cover stitching. You would swap this out from your overlocking table, which is in the front here, and you would put this in if you want to do cover or chain stitching. And there are also the guide fixing screws here as well that go on the sewing table. That's those just in here. And on these you can put in your accessories or your specialist feet that I will be getting very soon. I'm sure I'm going to be adding an awful lot to my collection. So that's those there as well. Also, there is a dust cover, and it really is, it's just a small, very thin plastic dust sheet. So you'll be able to use that to keep your machine free of lint and everything. And then you have got your knee lift. I just do want to say something on this knee lift here. So this is for lifting up the presser foot with your knee. This behind it here, this is not a part of packaging. This is actually designed to protect the table that comes down off the front of the Gloria here from bashing into it and getting damaged. So please don't go and throw this small sort of like foam tube away. You will be needing it if you plan on using the knee lift. And then there are 2 bags that come with this as well, and they're sort of like bags of accessories. There's a larger bag in the top of the box, and then there's a smaller bag which actually comes out of the accessory compartment here, but I've already opened the bag and taken all the contents out so that I can show you easily what was in them. So in the larger bag, you've got a screwdriver here. You have got a loop threading tool. This is extremely small. I don't think you'll be able to see it from here. It's a very, very, very small, thin piece of wire, and it's got a tiny little hole at the end. And this is so that you can thread anything that's a bit thick or fuzzy, and it just won't go through the thread loopers. So this way you can pull them through. There's full instructions on how to do this in your instruction manual. So that's that little one there. You have then also got thread nets. So there's 8 thread nets because obviously there's 8 spools. So you've got that there. And then you've got 8 spool threads with sponge. As you can see, there's just a bit of sponge on these here. And then you've got 8 plain spool threads. They don't have any sponge on them at all. And then you have got 2 spool pin discs. These are quite large. And again, there's full instructions in the manual on how to use these. And then there's a much smaller set of tools. That's the one that's in the accessory compartment. And in there you have got a lint brush and needle insertion tool. That's this one here. And then you've got a manual needle threader, although I'm really hoping with the revolutionary technology that I'm not going to be needing this, but Babylock, they give you one anyway. Then you've got an Allen screwdriver, and this is for changing your needles, so make sure that you keep that handy. You will be needing that an awful lot. There's a nice pair of Babylock tweezers. They look really sharp, actually. They look very good. There is an uppercutting blade. It's a replacement blade, so if you did accidentally hit anything, a pin, a zip, anything, and you manage to damage a blade, there is a spare one here. Babylock give you one. It could be well in your interest to take this back to your retailer or to a service person to get this fitted so that you know that that's been done correctly. Then there is a looper threading tool. Now you can just obviously use the guide here to bring down your threading tool, and that will actually sort of like suck the threads through the holes. But if you are finding it hard to even line up the thread with the needle holes directly, that's where this looper threading tool comes in, so that's there. And then the last thing that's included in this little drawer is a package of assorted size needles. With the Babylock Gloria, they're very specific, and they say that you need to use the EL × 705 CF. CF is chrome coated finished. Organ do them and Schmetz do them, but they must be EL 705 CF needles. They give you a pack here, and you can buy the other ones online. They are all the accessories that come as standard. However, I noticed that they didn't have a trim bin for the Gloria, apart from sort of like this tray that you put down, and then it's got a hole in it, and then all of the cuttings fall down into a plastic bag. The reason I didn't like this is I didn't like the idea that I have to have my machine so far hanging at the edge of the table so that the cuttings would fall in. So I did a little bit of research on Google, and I bought my Gloria her first present. So this isn't specific, it's not a Babylock accessory, but it is designed to fit with the Gloria or the Ovation. So it's completely designed to fit with those 2 machines, and it's a trim bin with a slight little hole in the side so it fits around the dials. So this is it here. I will put a link down below to where I got this. I got it from Germany on eBay there. Postage was pretty high and it wasn't cheap. But I just really like the idea of a trim bin to catch everything that comes off. And just so that you know, I'll see if I can show you on the camera here. It literally, the dial bits, they fit round and it just literally clips in there and fits really, really nicely into the machine. I'll just see if I can just, oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing this. There you go. So that's the trim bin in place in here. And it fits all around the dials, fits really, really nicely. So it's going to catch everything in there. Just zoom you back out there. Sorry if that made you feel giddy at all. And yeah, so I think that's it. Being a complete beginner in pretty much everything serging and cover stitching, I'm now going to enjoy an evening reading through my instruction manual and having a really good play. I will report back to you tomorrow with how everything went, and thank you very much for watching. This is Sarah from It's Oh So Kitoko.